American Rescue Plan funds in Buffalo. The Buffalo Common Council today going rounds with acting Mayor Chris Scanlon over how they want the city to use leftover American Rescue Plan money before a tight end of the year deadline. Channel 2's Nate Benson is live at Buffalo City Hall, where it's been a bit of a dramatic day. Hey, Nate.
Yeah, good evening, Claudine. It certainly was a dramatic day and almost a airing of grievances for the Common Council, but ultimately they voted to move $19 million from various programs to use that money for revenue replacement, which is just a government way of saying filling budget gaps. Now, the caucus meeting started at 11 this morning and went until 1 o'clock. Representatives from the administration were on hand to answer questions, but council members were frustrated with some of those answers. Acting Finance Commissioner Ray Nosworthy repeatedly said that the main goal today was to make sure that the city did not give any of that money back to the federal government. Councilman Rivera grilled the acting finance commissioner about the lack of transparency over the audit conducted by Drescher and Malecki. They never received any information from that informal review of the program. Councilwoman Everhart said that she felt ashamed of the whole thing, particularly trying to reconcile Buffalo Water using $11 million that was intended for a residential water bill relief program, and instead they used that for capital projects. Councilman Wyatt was one of the no votes. He said, quote, "I cannot be a part of this continued mess." He was one of the many voices calling for an investigation into the way the rescue plan program was rolled out. Here's some of the council reaction from earlier today.
I hope the comptroller will take us up on this offer. I'm assuming that there were other groups that actually asked for a federal investigation before we put something forward. My only sentiment that I wish we'd have did this earlier.
And as a citizen, I am ashamed of the city of Buffalo. I am ashamed, I am ashamed, I am ashamed at the leadership, at everything, all this nonsense that they put together. I am heartbroken.
Majority Leader Leah Halton Pope tried to effort a new deal to make sure Ujima Theater Company would receive money, but during the 1-hour recess this afternoon, that was never materialized. So when the roll was called, 5 council members voted to move the funds to revenue replacement. The 3 members that voted against that plan was the Majority Leader Leah Halton Pope, Councilman Rivera, and Councilman Wyatt. But it's certainly worth noting, you could tell from the body language and some of the things they said, that none of the council members were thrilled about being in this position today, many of them blaming the former Mayor Brown administration for all of this. And speaking of those investigations, I'm learning tonight that the state controller has received and is reviewing several requests for an investigation. At the federal level, I've reached out to the U.S. Treasury Department. They have not gotten back to me about whether or not they are reviewing the situation in Buffalo. But for now, live and on your side in City Hall, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.